Hello, and welcome to our special Doctors' Day edition of The Voice Behind the Whiteboard, organized by Voice of Healthcare. My name is Simran Chaudhary, and today we are joined by Dr. Astha Dayal, Director, Gynecologist, Obstetrician, and Laparoscopic Surgeon at CK Birla Hospital, Gurgaon, and founder of Disha Clinic, a leading name in women's health. With over 21 years of experience and expertise in advanced gynecology, laparoscopy, surgery, and women's wellness, Dr. Dayal continues to inspire through both her clinical excellence and compassionate care. And today we will explore the person behind the profession, the inspiration, defining moments, and value that shaped her journey in healing and empowering women. Welcome to our show, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Simran, for such a kind introduction. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and I wish you a happy National Doctors' Day on this special occasion.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Today's been very overwhelming. Everybody has celebrated, and it's like really, you really feel proud to be a doctor today.
Definitely, ma'am, and it's just not about today. It's about all the days, all 365 days of the year, where we are grateful for our doctors for working tirelessly and saving the patient's life. Because at a story of a healing story of every patient is the doctor is the hero in that.
True that. And I'm really grateful that you are doing this today. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now, without any further delay, we would like to know your journey. What inspired you to choose the medicine as your profession?
Okay, so medicine. So my parents are both doctors, so I had seen what a doctor's life is. It is a bit difficult, but I could see that it gave them a lot of satisfaction. And in those times, the doctors would be known in their family, friends, neighborhood. So everybody knew them. They were, and I think they were helpful, and everybody used to look up to them. And I used to like the fact that. Your profession and your so whenever like if you're in any other kind of profession, I think you feel like doing something for philanthropy, and here both of this is like combined. You're actually helping people, so that's what sort of convinced me to be a doctor. But yeah, looking at their life, my brother decided he does not want to be a doctor, so it goes both ways. So
So you learn from your parents that yes, you want the same life, you want the same respect and honor like we doctors get, because it's the most respectable profession in our society. And I believe if a brother decided that this is an very committed profession, so maybe because he shifted to that other
yeah.
profession. But ma'am, it's been 2 decades, or I should say more than 2 decades. There would be many times where you would have faced challenges, or days would be very difficult. So, can you share a defining moment or turning point in your medical journey which taught you biggest lesson?
There are a lot of moments, and I can't really pinpoint on one aspect of it. And as so when my parents, when I told them that I want to be a doctor, they were not very encouraging. In fact, they had told me that you don't realize the amount of input that you put in, you will not get so much of output, because you for getting into a medical college also you have to work so hard, and then after that also there's so much of studying, and then eventually you feel all your peers have like started earning also, and then you are still in your working, but then you will get satisfaction, which I am getting. But yes, I think the turning points have been when a very high risk case or a very difficult delivery I did, and everything went fine, because when you're apprehensive and you know all the sort of complications that can happen, but still God helps you and things go smoothly, that tells us that there is somebody who is there with you. And there are also points where things don't happen the way that you expect it to be. Then also you realize, so it's a humbling feeling that there is God above us, so we are just instruments, and ऐसा नहीं है कि we can actually sort of define कि ऐसा ही होगा. So there's so much of unpredictability in medicine. And then there are turning points when I think there was a time when I had to choose which field I have to take. And then when I decided on gynecology, that was a huge, that decided the rest of my life basically. And at that point again, so my mom's a gynecologist, and she was totally against it. She like stopped eating for a week. She cried and whatnot. She did not want me to be a gynecologist. But but I realized that so in the hospital that I was working in, I was in a government hospital. So women are in that area, the kind of couples we used to get. I thought women's health is really so ignored because women don't take care of their own health. They always have this self-sacrifice feeling that we have to live for others, and so that is why I wanted to do something in that aspect of like society. So that's, I think that is what I wanted, and that is what I'm passionate about also. So
I think, ma'am, that will, that cause of yours, that you want to support and help women out there for their well-being and for their health, motivated you and gave you that strong sense that you want to go against your mother, who tried a lot of things that you don't choose gynecology, but I believe destiny plays a bigger role, and you stayed strong. You are here treating many other women's, help many women's, for their well-being, for their healthy life, and help them to bring new lives in their in our society.
thank you.
Ma'am, ma'am, we know that doctor's life is very hectic. Like, you are still in your clinics, in your hospital, long OPD hours and everything. So how do you unwind or take care of your own mental and physical well-being after a long hectic day?
So I unwind mostly by shouting at my kids, which is that's what they would say. But yeah, otherwise I love to travel. Although my job does not allow me to take too many vacations because, but yes, I do like even going out of the house and going into nature. Like recently in the summer vacation, we went for a trek. It was really nice. I think going into the mountains or to a beach. So that is something I love. I also paint. I am not very sporty, but I also like some fitness. And now that I'm getting older, and that's what I preach also to all my patients. So I need to stay fit myself, and that is also therapeutic. So if you devote some time for exercise, I think that gives is also a stress buster. So this is what I generally do.
That is definitely, ma'am. Whenever we exercise, even I feel the same. Whenever I exercise for 45 minutes or 1 hour something, it feels more energetic after that. It feels like I'm ready for the day now. I can take it on
Yeah.
everything.
And luckily, we have such good options now. There are online apps, there are centers, there are group classes, and there's dancing, swimming, so many options which are interesting also. People play sports and all also. So I think it's a good time to live in because all these options are available for us.
Definitely, ma'am. Nowadays we have so many options online also. We don't have to step out of our home or comfort zone. We can do it at our place only. Ma'am, if you hadn't pursued career in medicine, what would be the other profession you would see yourself in today, and what, why?
Okay, so I think I used to like mathematics in my school. So either I would have probably been a maths teacher or something because I like to interact with people, and that was the subject of my choice. So maybe something on those lines.
That's great, ma'am. And I believe in maths also you have to study a lot, and being a doctor also you have to study a lot in both the cases.
Well, I think whoever wants to be a doctor should basically like to study because if you hate studying, then this is not a line for you. So.
Very well said, ma'am. Very true. Ma'am, you have been you have achieved so many things in your life. It's almost more than 2 decades being a doctor. So, how do you define success in your life, personally and professionally, both ways?
Okay, it's a very difficult question, and I think it means different things to different people. Mera thoda satisfaction level is a little lower. I think for me, if my patients are happy, if they're satisfied, if I'm able to give them the best care, that is a small success, but it's a success for me. And I may not be like the most, I'm the richest or the senior most or the, that's okay for me. So, but I am happy that if I'm doing good work and also if I'm improving myself every day, like recently, like my we started doing robotic surgery. So most of our learning is in our early phase of life. But now, as the advances are coming, so last couple of years we've started doing robotic surgery. So learning is also a new. It gives you challenges, but it is also something that it makes you happy. It makes you have something to look forward to. And a good thing in my profession is that every patient is a different patient. So I see other people, like I see my brother or my husband, they have to do the same thing again and again, so it's a little monotonous. So at least in my job I don't have that issue. And I think if there's something new to learn every day, that's also something that makes me happy, and that's what I count as success in my field. In personal life, I think it is a balancing act, which I think with all women juggle through. And I think we should not keep very very high expectations from ourselves in terms of our family. And we need to understand that. So a lot of my friends who are we are so I have two teenage children, and my friend circle is also like that. And we are very some of my friends are very hyper about their children and their career and their studies and everything, which I also am to an extent. But then I feel that we are just facilitators. We cannot sort of direct them in certain ways or expect them to follow our path. Or so I think you have to take a step back. You can't be a helicopter mom, or you can't be a very very hyper person at home, which I am not. So I personal life, I don't know how to define success, but I am very happy with my family. I hope they are also happy with me. So I think that I would call as a success. We travel together, we holiday together, we don't hate each other, so which is okay. So,
I think, ma'am, when we are happy and satisfied with our life, in terms of what we are doing, in terms of what we have, that is the biggest success. Because
yeah.
ultimately, our every action is determined to be happy. And like you said, it is not based on how rich you are. It is not based on how many accolades and awards you have received or anything like that. You just need to be happy at wherever place you are. I think that's the best example of being successful in both ways. So thank you so much for teaching us and our audience about what exactly success means, because nowadays everything is very materialistic. We all would agree to that. We run behind few things. We want to achieve everything at a very early stage, very easily. But we forget few things to enjoy our life, enjoy our moments, like you are doing with your family, in your profession, with every patient that is teaching you new things, and every learnings which is coming in your way. That is very true and very correct, ma'am. Ma'am, if I have to ask you that one message you would give out to the future aspirants who want to join medical field, medical profession, or the new joinees in this profession, what would be that?
Okay, so one, I think not just medical, all professions, you need to work hard. And that in a medical profession, I think it starts from a very early age, like even from school time when you're preparing for your medical entrance. But also in other professions, you have to work hard. And secondly, the learning does not stop. And every patient actually teaches you something. So always keep striving to learn and be better every day. And don't shy from working hard. And also, never, because a person is putting their lives in your hands. So don't break their trust. Don't do things which are not good for them. So that's, I think, these are the two three things that we have to be careful of. So that's what I keep telling my juniors, that there is some, like, whenever a patient comes to you, so do the sister test or the mother test, which means that if that patient was a sister, or if she was a mother, how would you have treated her? So then treat her that way.
That's very, very generous and very lovely of you, that that personal touch should be there whenever you're teaching your sorry, uh, handling your patients. So that's very nice of you, ma'am. Ma'am, we have a fun segment for you. We will not end this conversation here. We have a rapid fire round.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
want your answers to be very, it's very fun. You don't have to take any stress. So you have to be very quick with your answers. So shall we
Okay.
start that?
Okay.
So, what's always in your coat pocket besides a pen?
My phone.
And if I have to ask, other than mobile phone?
Okay, sometimes my OT cap is there in my pocket.
A health
My
myth
phone is
you
actually an extension of my hand. It's in my hand all the time. So,
very true, ma'am. Without phone, there is no work going on. A health myth you wish people would stop believing.
health myths, people. I think they should stop believing on Instagram and
Hmm.
the health myths that they talk about. And so I think they should take proper guidance from a professional if they have any health issues and not believe on social media for that.
Very true, ma'am. Very correct. Because everything which is on social media is not verified. Who inspires you the most?
I think who inspires me the most? A lot of people inspire me in different aspects. I think my patients also inspire me a lot of times. My parents inspired me. I do look up to like a few mentors that I had in during my teaching phase, learning phase, basically. Yes, and also I think my husband inspires me because he pushes me to work hard, be better every day. So I think that's also in different ways everybody around me inspires me. So
Definitely, ma'am. We can seek motivation and inspiration from everyone around us. That's how that small, kicks, that energy comes in. That works for me. So I understand what you're trying to explain. One daily habit that keeps you grounded.
mm, one daily habit that keeps me grounded. I think a little bit of, so I am a little religious. So I do pray a little bit in the morning. Nobody else in my family does that, but yes, that keeps me grounded. I thank God for everything that I have. So.
I think that's the best way to start our day, ma'am. What's harder, diagnosis or explanation?
Oh, I think explanation. Definitely harder. Diagnosis, I know that I can do. Explanation is dependent on how the person is going to take it. And nowadays, with everybody reading everything on Google and then coming, it's very difficult to tell people they have nothing and they think they have everything. So it's very difficult to explain to them that you have nothing. You don't have to be worried about the least specific complication of this. So that's what.
वेरी वेरी ट्रू मैम। सब आजकल गूगल से सीख के आ जाते हैं और फिर बोलते हैं कि नहीं पता है।
हाँ मुझे एक्चुअली इफ आई एम टेलिंग देम माय डायग्नोसिस लाइक इसको हम गूगल पे क्या कह के सर्च करें ऐसे ही बोलते हैं लाइक व्हाई डू यू हैव टू सर्च आई एम टेलिंग यू सो
एग्जैक्टली व्हेन यू हैव एक्सपर्ट सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू। So that was our rapid fire round. And thank you so much for being candid. Thank you so much for giving, candid with your answers. And we really enjoyed this conversation with you. And with this, we want to celebrate every doctor out there. We want to celebrate you on this occasion. Thank you so much for all your selfless service, that selfless nights where you have been into hospitals treating patients out there, and leaving behind your family and doing all the sacrifices. Thank you so much for everything you have done for a society and community.
thank you so much for doing this and saying all this thanks a ton it was lovely being here
Same here, ma'am. It was a great conversation. Thank you.